What's up, everybody? Welcome to planet-Pepe. I've wrestled a lot with making this video, if I was going to do it or not. Let's talk about Justin Bieber. For the sake of, being eclectic and keeping this an open channel, let's talk about Justin Bieber. I'm going to say I'm not a fan. I don't like his music. I'm just not really a fan of him and his entourage band kind of thing. And I don't even really want to say, I don't really know much about him. Like, I ever met the guy before, but I'm not a big fan of him as a, well, I'll say this. Okay, so I wasn't growing up. Okay, so I'm 3 years older than him. And he kind of bursted onto the scene when I was in high school, I think 2007. I think he became, ironically, a YouTube sensation. Not that I'm saying I'm a sensation or anything, but he started on YouTube kind of like what I did. And I was never really a fan of his music. I remember the first time the first time I heard about him, I was going to, I don't know if anyone knows this about me, but I'm really into chess. I used to play in tournaments and go to chess clubs all the time. And I remember I was driving, it was a Friday night, and I was in high school, and I was driving to one of my chess leagues, and there was this guy, Chunky, who was a DJ back in New Jersey, and he brought up Justin Bieber, and I thought it was Justin Bieber. I was like, who is this guy? Kind of thing. I genuinely didn't know who it was. It was the first time I ever heard of him. And he starts talking about him, and he starts playing some of his songs, and I didn't like it or anything like that. And then the more I got not into it, but the more I would hear about him, because he was such a R&B pop culture kind of thing. He would people would talk about him, and he was kind of like a cultural kind of phenomenon from Canada, not from America. I think Ontario is where he was born, and I thought he was a little shit. I was like, F this guy, screw this kid. Apparently he treated his mom really bad. He would kind of have to throw these temper tantrums. And at the time, I kind of didn't. I obviously that would rub me the wrong way. That would rub a lot of people the wrong way. But I mean, if you're gonna throw a 15-year-old kid into the fire and just have him burst into fame, you know what? I kind of get where he's coming from in the sense of that's got to be stressful. That's actually really got to be tough. And I just kind of saw him in the beginning as a Vanilla Ice type performer, where it's okay, he's gonna flame out. He's kind of gonna be a one-hit wonder. People are gonna forget about him. People are gonna even forget who he was 3 or 4 years from now, kind of type thing. But you know what? I think he's, as much as, and I'm not a fan of his music, although he actually can play a decent acoustic guitar. I think that's where he first got his, he sang kind of an acoustic song. And then that's where he got his fame on YouTube. But I don't, as much as I used to not like him, and I don't like his music. I don't think I'll ever like his music. I think, again, he's handled fame really well. He never flamed out. He lives a crazy life. I mean, but that's Hollywood. I mean, everyone lives a crazy life. But I don't know. There's something. I don't know. I was gonna say he's withstood the test of time, because he's only 28. I mean, maybe he could still flame out. I don't know. But it seems like he evolved into it pretty well. And as much as I thought he was kind of a little shit, and I still kind of think he is, maybe a little bit. I respect the fact that he kind of evolved and rolled with the punches of fame, and he's still around. I don't. It's I don't I don't like his music, but like I kind of respect how he's handled it, like his fame, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I guess I'll cut it here. Me and Stormcloud hanging out. Planet Pepe, everyone. Peace. Bye.